Yesterday was a sporting day.
Yeah.
And it continued into last night. It's continued into today. Joining us now from US Today Sports, Bob Nightengale, to talk to us about all this baseball movement and what it means for your favorite team out there. Bob, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks, man.
First off, let's start with my Cubs, okay? Because I bought all these jerseys 5 years ago around the World Series time, and now they're obsolete. Rizzo's gone. Chris Bryant's numbers were out there in terms of Kyle Schwarber is now with the Boston Red Sox. What are the Cubs doing? I mean, it wasn't just too long ago where they were winning a World Series.
Yeah, they want to rebuild. I mean, they tried to lock up Rizzo in spring training, offered him 5 years at $70 million. He turned it down. Bryant, they've offered like $200 million a couple of years ago. He turned that down. So I think they just said, time has come. Our window was shut. They haven't won a playoff game since 2017, and now is the time. So I think they're going to be down for a few years now, rebuilding that thing.
All right, so let's talk to Bob Nightengale here from the USA Today Sports a little bit about some of those big moves. All right, the one out here in LA, everybody's talking about. Max Scherzer was the name. Floating around with a bunch of different teams, the Red Sox, the Padres. Looks like it's going to be to the Dodgers with Trea Turner with that move. How does that solidify the Dodgers' chances at making another run at a World Series?
Oh, great move. Trea Turner is unbelievable. I know we all know about Scherzer's resume, but Turner's probably one of the top 10 players in baseball. Terrific shortstop, completely different positions too. Would prefer to stay at shortstop. Maybe they can move Seager to second base. If Turner has his wishes, but Scherzer on top of that rotation. So we have rotation. With the Walker Buehler, Scherzer, and Kershaw. Very tough to beat. So they're all in. They get about a $275 million payroll, so they should be all in.
Right.
Biggest in baseball history. But just things haven't gone right. I mean, they lose. Lose Bauer. Probably won't pitch. Won't pitch the rest of the year. Dustin May, and Kershaw's been out with some nagging injuries too.
Yeah, big move for this Dodgers team trying to repeat. We talked about the Rizzo move a little bit. Goes to the Yankees. Going to play first base for them. Added bat. Surprisingly enough, for how poorly at times this Yankees team has played, they found a way to stay above 500 and put themselves in a chance to make a run at the playoffs. Is this addition of Rizzo going to be a difference maker?
Gallo and Rizzo, I think, should give them a boost to get a wild card spot. I don't see him making up 9 games on the Red Sox. They're not that good, and they still need some pitching. They're trying to get a starter and relief pitcher as we speak. There's still a lot of strikeouts in that lineup, so we'll see what happens. But it puts them in position at least to get a wild card spot, and you have Cole pitching a wild card game, so then you're back to square one. So they're going for this thing, and while also staying below the lecture tax.
Kyle Schwarber, Cubs hero, Cubs fans. We watch him bounce around, and now he's going to end up in Boston. Chris Brockman here, loving that addition. Where's he going to play? What kind of impact will he make for this Boston Red Sox team that's seemingly starting to run away with the AL East?
Well, they're going to try to play him at first base. See what happens. He hasn't played first base. But, nobody thought he could play left field, and he was fine in left field. He was athletic enough, but, he can play first base, couldn't play left field, obviously DH. He probably won't be healthy for a couple more weeks. But he'll be could be impactful player. We saw what he did in Washington with that 10-day stretch where he hit 12 home runs. So he should help. He should help them out.
Yeah, definitely. It's fun to see all these former Cubs go off to have great careers everywhere else, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Bob, this is Chris here. The AL East now is just looking like it's going to be absolutely bananas down the stretch with the Blue Jays acquiring Jose Barrios. Are you surprised that the Blue Jays are making a run at this? Are you surprised that the Yankees were buyers here at the deadline?
Well, the Blue Jays are going back home for the first time in 270 days today at the Rogers Center in Toronto. and I think they wanted to make a splash. You got Berrios for one more year after this. They trade away two of their top prospects, and usually they haven't done that. This trade deadline, we're seeing teams, trade more prospects than ever. Yankees trade away 6 prospects now, and having those teams pay the money to keep them down below the luxury tax. So it used to be that teams are trying to protect their prospects a lot, but now I think people are saying, prospects are cool, but parades are cooler.
We're talking with Bob Nightengale, USA Today MLB columnist. I think surprising a lot of people, the San Francisco Giants have made this NL West a very interesting division. Padres were in the mix for the Max Scherzer sweepstakes. Their bats have been extremely powerful this year, and the Dodgers went in a different direction to try to solidify them as the dominant force. Where do you see this division shaking out? And if there is one weakness with the Dodgers right now, it kind of continues to be maybe that closing bullpen. Kenley Jansen, some of those things that have happened, in particular late in games. Where do you think the Dodgers have to shore up everything to try to repeat this season?
Well, yeah, I'm with you. They could use another reliever, and I think they'll get another reliever. I mean, they've talked with the Cubs about Craig Kimbrell. I think it's going to be too steep of a price, but maybe they say, you know what, we're all in. We'll put that payroll at, $285 million and give up more prospects for Kimbrell. So they got the prospect inventory to do so.
Right.
But yeah, I think they, Kenley Jansen was having an all-star first half. He's coupled here. I think they need another arm to help that out. I mean, Joe Kelly's been, dependable when he's healthy. But otherwise, it's been, those guys haven't produced. So I'm with you. I think they got to get one more reliever if they really want to shut this thing down.
All righty. Bob Nightengale, everybody from USA Today, talking to us all about the ongoings the last few days. We'll have you back soon, probably when all these trades become final and we're rolling towards the end of the season. Bob, thanks for joining us.
Sure, my pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Bob Nightengale, everybody, USA Today, Major League Baseball columnist.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.